Welcome back to Watching People Jam Games. I am Steven, he is Wyatt. The titles keep getting better. It's a work in progress. We're going to crinkle some paper on the film as well. Zeke on your left playing Jund Death Shadow. Peter on the right playing Mono White Death and Taxes. I think these are two of the better decks in the format.
I think Death Shadow decks. I don't know which one I'd like the most. I think I like Grixis still the most.
Sure. A lot of people are saying Jund Death Shadow is the new 51% deck of the format.
Yeah?
Yeah. Where it's got game against everything. And it closes so fast. It's crazy.
Because what do you gain with Green Man? You gain Goyfs?
You gain Goyfs.
And that's it?
It's a non-life total. It's a really good way to enable Scourge.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a good blocker against all the decks you're bad against. So we see a Thoughtseize out of Zeke. Zeke is taking that Aether Vial, which is going to slow Peter down quite a lot, taking a second to write down his hand. Giver out of Peter is a pretty nice
Hopefully
rebuttal.
there's an answer for it, because Giver will really...
Hopefully there's a second land. Alright, so Zeke looking like he would fire off a push immediately. It's aiming at the Leonin Arbiter. Peter has the, what's it called, to give it protection. Zeke coming back with a Croxa of his own. Croxa is pretty good here. Not here specifically. I think it's good.
Okay, yeah, I was like, in this situation, it's like, you're playing a 2-mana discard spell,
yeah,
where you don't get to choose, and it doesn't guarantee 3 damage.
Yep.
And your opponent's like ahead on board, like...
Yep. Well, he doesn't have a lot of options, I don't think. Peter's going to get to fire off this Ghost Quarter with impunity, though.
Ooh. Oh, no. Well.
Yeah.
Fetch lands are off the table
you
now.
You absolutely cannot search your library. No question about it right now. You also cannot kill this thing with one removal spell.
No.
So he's pretty locked out here.
Wait,
Looks like he had no, It's a 0/0. He took 3 for some. Oh, he took 3 from the Croxa. Okay. Yeah.
Well, there's a Skyclave.
Skyclave getting in for 4 here. So Peter just has had every answer.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that Zeke would be the deck that was saying, you know, I have all the removal, but it's kind of just been the other way around. All right, so Bolt on the Giver, giving protection to the Skyclave Apparition.
Zeke, the most important. Like, giving your opponent taking 4 for this?
He has to. So he's gonna take 4 down to 3, get a 1/1 blocker.
2/2.
A 2/2 blocker, even better, and he'll give him something to throw up against these.
Well, yeah, okay.
Oh, and there's a Flicker Wisp. Doesn't matter. All right. So, Peter just had the perfect answer to everything there. Like, it just, everything lined up in such a way that no matter what Zeke had, it was Peter had it covered. All right, players going to sideboards. What do you have over there? You're now an expert in looking at Mono White Taxes.
Mono White Taxes.
Yeah.
Mirror Crusader, I like a lot.
Yeah.
Celestial Purge, I like I still think I like Celestial Purge.
I like Celestial Purge a lot here.
It hits Death Shadow and Scourge.
Yeah. Well, Peter's got Skyclave, Path to Exile, and now whatever that Celestial Purge is to handle the big white or the big black guys that fucking.
There's also Winds of Abandon, which is just like.
Does he actually have Winds of Abandon?
Yeah.
I think that's a nice sweeper.
Like it's. I don't know if you really need the sweeper in the matchup. I think you're safe just bringing the Mirror Crusader, Celestial Purge, maybe Rips if you're worried about the Luris. But I think you're like good enough at getting small advantages that you don't need to.
Something I will say is that Zeke has an Engineered Explosives in his sideboard and a Luris in his companion slot. And I think that is a crazy combo. It's very hard.
E plus Luris. Like,
yeah.
You can't ever get above 2, which sucks. But like, it kind of just doesn't matter.
Against Peter's deck, it would clean things up nicely and
very specific in very specific matchups where like EE on 1, 2, or 0 is a really good.
Yeah.
Having a Luris is amazing.
So I'm going to call it. Zeke brought in an EE, Engineered Explosives, for everyone who doesn't know what that is, and a Braid, and probably a K command. I don't think you really want Kozilek's Return here. That game, I think he had a lot of X2s. Maybe you do want Kozilek's Return here.
He really only has X2s.
Yeah, all right, Kozilek's Return. And, yeah, Kozilek's Return.
Skyclave is a 2/2, Leonin Arbiter is a 2/2, Thalia is a 2/1. Mom.
Giver's a 1/2.
Yeah.
You can protect one thing from colorless. So I went on record as saying you don't really want that.
I think you want it like a really bad.
There are 2 creatures in Peter's deck that do not die.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think that kills everything.
Yeah, so I was very wrong about that.
I like kind of trusted you at first, and then I was like, that's just not how it works.
You know, that's just not it.
So here's a Hex Drinker.
Hex Drinker. I've actually seen a lot of these in these lists. I think this is another reason people are going Jund.
For Hex Drinker?
Hex Drinker seems like a pretty cool dude.
I feel like level up cards always seem very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes they're great if you're able to level them up.
Yeah.
But if you're not able to get them...
Sure. Well, it only takes 8 mana to get to the highest level.
And it only takes 3 to level up twice or once.
What?
Yeah, it's not a good card.
It's 1 mana to get to the next level.
I refuse to believe Hex Drinker's a good card.
You know what? I think it's actually pretty good. I think Skyclave... So, Hexdrinker quickly gets itself protection from instants, which is usually like, oh my god, all the premier removal in the format. But Skyclave Apparition is not an instant. So until you spend 8 mana on it, you're trading 7 mana plus 1 to cast it for a Skyclave Apparition, which is like, that's a bad rate.
It's a very bad rate. Is that a Stoneforge?
That is a Stoneforge.
Nice.
I thought we checked this for Glare, but I don't know, dude. I don't know.
What's that? Is that
That's a Maul of the Skyclaves. Flipped over there for a second.
Maul's a nice addition that Zendikar came out with.
I'm actually pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, I think people weren't really ready for it to actually be good.
Yes, I couldn't put into cohesive words why it's so good.
It kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It does nothing but does everything right.
Yeah. It's like it gives it +2/+2 and flying in first strike, and that's just what the card says.
Yeah, that's all it says, and it's like that's fine. I don't know too many decks that would run that, but for some reason it's just the free equip cost, I guess, is why.
I guess.
And I think it's got an equip cost of 3.
Yeah.
Which is more steep, way more steep.
Yeah, but so being able to instant speed it with a Stoneforge is kind of it's a combat trick, kind of.
I guess you can block, activate Stoneforge, put it on Stoneforge, you get your Stoneforge gets first strike.
Yeah, and flying in +2. Alright, it does what a card says. It's fine. But somehow it's just amazing.
Yeah, it is weird how it is good.
So I'm wondering if Peter got a 3rd land. Why is it coming into play tapped? What is that?
Is that a flip land?
It has to be.
But those are sent untapped, I think.
I have to look at this list.
What do you think it is?
My phone ringing. I mean, it looks like a flip land.
Yeah. It doesn't... No, I don't think it is. There's no symbol in the bottom right to be black or...
Skyclave Basilica.
What's that?
I have no idea what that card is.
Well...
No earthly idea.
It's a little adventure for everybody here.
All right.
If you know what it is, leave a text in the comment.
Or wait for 6 to 7 seconds and I'll tell you what it is. Skyclave Basilica is a land. It's the backside of something. I have no idea what.
Just Google it.
All right, well, I can't look it up anymore. All right, this has been enough dead air. It's the back of something. I don't know what's the front of it.
I mean, I'm so angry that we're not looking this up.
I tried to use a certain app and it couldn't do it. So, looks like Zeke has sending in. We have to record some of this. The game is.
Huh?
I don't know what's happening right now.
There's a Death Shadow, it looks like.
We've just been trying to wonder what this card is for so long that we can't really. All right, so these guys are attacking. And here comes a Batterskull.
I'm about to discover what this card is.
Okay, so Peter had a Batterskull that Zeke did not know about. This Batterskull is going to
get a free block in.
It's gonna trade with the what's it called?
And it stops any future Death Shadows.
Yeah.
Oh no, it doesn't. No, it stops future Skyclaves.
I think the Death Shadow is slightly bigger than a 4/4, and I'm not sure why. Oh, so the front of it is Skyclave Cleric, which is a 2-mana 1/3 that lets you gain 2 life when it comes into play. 2-mana 1/3, right?
2-mana 1/3.
And then the backside is a tap land. I actually think that's kind of neat.
It's a very weird addition.
Yeah.
It's in the main board. You can't say this isn't being played.
Yeah. This is a Tim Taranto build.
I guess equipping it with a sword still makes it good. It's like a 3/5.
Sure.
Which is will get through most things in Modern.
Sure.
Or won't die to most things in Modern, I guess.
So, I am not 100% sure why a 4/4 Death Shadow did not trade with a Germ token.
Did spell get cast?
I don't think so.
Very interesting.
All right, so Celestial Purge on that Renin 6. Ah, it was dead. All right.
No, he passed.
He passed it. It didn't die. I have no idea why it didn't die. There's something we're obviously missing up here. I don't know what, though.
Like maybe life totals are wrong on the pad.
Yeah, they could be. Zeke, I think that was an upkeep path, so that land is going to stay tapped. It is actually exiled. Thanks for clearing that up, Peter.
It matters. There's a
No, it really does matter, for sure.
It's like one of the few matchups, or one of the few
Yeah.
decks where like Path's effect is a huge like upside.
Yeah. So I can't see what's in Zeke's hand, but it looks like the best use of his turn is just dumping mana into this Hex Drinker.
I mean, pro instance.
Yep.
But I mean, like Skyclave is going to come down next turn.
Is it actually? Does he have
I
one?
have no clue. I'm just trying to call it.
Trying to make the called shot here. All right.
So I think that's attacking for 4. I think it becomes a 4/3, right?
I believe so. All right, and Peter's just going to give the block there. Picking up another land. Let's see what he's got here. Looks like
Apparition.
I can see I think that's a Skyclave Maul.
Skyclave Apparition.
No, it's not. It's Thalia, Skyclave Maul, 2 Flicker Wisps. Flicker Wisp is also very good because it resets this here.
Skyclave Apparition.
You're going to keep saying it. Eventually you're going to be right, dude.
If they both draw 40 cards, I bet you he has a Skyclave Apparition.
You're right, dude. He could. All right,
Did he not
he flickered it. He just exiles and brings back with no counters.
Yeah, that's
It is quite good. Yeah.
It means he can't, because he could have gotten it all the way up to 8
Yeah, he
this
could.
turn. So I guess it's a nice little way to stop the bleeding and force Zeke to use at least 3 more mana.
Zeke has a lot of lands, is what I'll say. Like an unfortunate number of lands.
Like every single Death Shadow deck runs like 21-ish lands.
Yeah.
Like give or take 1 or 2.
Sure.
But like usually you want to see like 2 to 4 depending on your build. If it's Lurrus, you probably want 4. But
how about 7? Zeke's shocking himself down to 5 here. And there's a Skyclave. Yep, that just killed him. Just kills him out of nowhere. The Skyclave comes in, equips, and kills Zeke. Peter takes it down. Thanks for watching.